I'm gonna start rapping, man. And everybody gonna be saying, man, I'm being Roy Jones Jr. I'm coming out like Roy. Y'all must have forgot.
He said,
yeah.
Here's more.
Nah, I can't rap though, y'all. I always been the fighter. I play sports though. I play any sport. I play any sports. Yeah, for sure. We in the rapping session.
Yeah, I like this one, bro.
I can't rap, man.
When I'm dressed, I just gotta work, bro. We got jobs too.
Yeah, I can't rap. That's what I'm saying. So I gotta stick to what I know. I beat people up.
Oh God.
I beat people up. Man. You know what I mean? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. At 12, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Canelo.
Why?
Man, yeah, he's still alive.
What just happened at the live press conference between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has shocked the boxing world. This long-awaited fight is finally happening after years of trash talk and back and forth. The two best fighters just had a heated face-off, and what Crawford said left Canelo speechless. Let's break it down.
From 147 to 168, and the win, become undisputed. Wow.
I want to go up to 68. So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or Charlo, the winner.
Wow. That would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed.
I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight.
Okay,
he deserve it. He deserve it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
The hype for this fight has been growing for years. Both fighters are legends in their own way. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, has an impressive record of 60 wins to losses and 2 draws with 39 knockouts. On the other hand, Terence "Bud" Crawford, undefeated with a 41-0 record and 31 knockouts, has proven himself in every weight class he's fought in.
Is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you'll whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as a stepping stone. It's about now.
This fight is about more than just their fighting styles. It's about legacy. Fans have been waiting for years to see if these two would ever meet in the ring. Now, with both fighters at the top of their game, it's finally happening.
Heard Turkey Ali Sheikh say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then we'll see.
When Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez stepped onto the stage, you could feel the tension in the air. This wasn't just a press conference. It was the face-off that boxing fans have been dreaming of since Crawford's huge win against Errol Spence Jr. in 2023. That victory put Crawford in the spotlight as one of the best fighters in the world. But let's be honest, critics have been wondering for years, has Crawford really faced tough competition? Enter Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion who loves a challenge and was ready to prove everyone wrong.
Tonight, Terence Crawford was with Turkey Ali Sheikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Ali Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
As soon as they locked eyes, the tension was real. Canelo stood with his arms crossed and a smug look on his face, while Crawford stayed calm. Though you could see the fire in his eyes, the crowd was silent, waiting for what was about to happen. Then Canelo spoke. Terence, you've been dodging me for years. You know it, I know it, and the fans know it. But now there's no running, no more excuses. Just like that, the room erupted. Crawford, who had been calm until then, leaned forward with his fists clenched and shot back.
What's your record?
9-0.
9-0. How old are you?
25.
How old?
25, yeah.
25 years old?
Right, yeah.
What weight are you in?
В каком весе? Yes, переводчик. Lightweight.
Lightweight?
Yeah.
Where were you on the Contender Series? The Contender Series just ended. Where were you?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
You ready?
Give me a chance, please. Yeah. Doesn't matter. UFC. Can't tell the noise.
Dodging you, please. I've been ready. You're the one who's been waiting for the right moment. Well, the moment is now. And you're not going to like what's coming. And that was it. The gloves were off. The heated exchange that followed was intense, with words flying so fast that reporters could hardly keep up.
If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yet and still, he want $200 million for Benavidez, and he want $150 million to fight me. So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy.
As the argument escalated, the atmosphere in the room changed. What started as a promotional event turned into a full-on verbal war. Canelo accused Crawford of picking easy fights, while Crawford called out Canelo for avoiding tough opponents during his reign at the top.
Bud Crawford just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights plus less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
Security had to step in to prevent things from getting physical, but the damage was already done. The message was clear. This fight is personal. Neither Crawford nor Canelo is willing to back down. The crowd was buzzing and social media exploded with reactions, with fans choosing sides like never before.
The others say no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terrence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So
on one side, you've got Team Crawford, who are hyping him up as the undisputed pound-for-pound king, ready to prove himself by beating Canelo. On the other side, Team Canelo is arguing that Canelo's experience, power, and ring IQ will be too much for Crawford to handle.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo, and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good fight.
Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram are all buzzing with predictions and fan theories. One fan posted, Crawford is going to school Canelo like a boxing masterclass, while another said, Canelo is going to send Crawford back to the welterweight. Division crying. It's clear this fight has everyone's attention, and it's dividing the boxing world.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo.
Yes.
But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not just the fans, though. Boxing promoters and analysts have also gotten involved. Promoter Eddie Hearn called this a once-in-a-lifetime showdown and predicted record-breaking pay-per-view numbers.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better, you know what I'm saying? But, Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
Meanwhile, legendary trainer Freddie Roach shared his thoughts, saying that while Crawford has the skills, Canelo's power and experience in higher weight classes give him the edge. It's the classic battle of skill versus strength, and everyone has their opinion.
Tim
Bradley, a known Crawford supporter, backed up Crawford after the press conference, saying that Crawford's mindset and strategy will allow him to pick Canelo apart and prove he's the best in the world.
Yeah,
On the other hand, Bernard Hopkins, a Canelo supporter, reminded everyone of Canelo's pedigree. He's faced tougher competition and knows how to handle the pressure. He believes Crawford is in for a rude awakening.
Everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. You can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably 160 or something.
So you said you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158. 60.
One thing is for sure, this fight has sparked debates like never before. Fans are placing their bets, analysts are sharpening their arguments, and boxing promoters are excited about the hype surrounding this mega fight. It's shaping up to be more than just a fight. It could redefine both fighters' careers. The world will be watching every second of it.
I've seen some stuff about with the whole Oscar De La Hoya thing.
I'm glad to go away from him.
Yeah.
He's fucking crazy.
We're really good friends with Dana White. Yeah. And he doesn't like Oscar De La Hoya too, I said.
Oscar De La Hoya has announced he's coming out of retirement to box again.
Cocaine isn't cheap.
I think nobody.
Because he's a vacuum, right?
Every time he's in problems, he don't have any fighters left. Ryan Garcia, because he signed with him. Now Ryan Garcia, I think is in a problem with him. That's why nobody wants to be with him, because he's not loyal.
This face-to-face was almost like a symbolic checkmate for both fighters. If they can't get inside each other's heads now, they'll have to rely on their gloves, footwork, and game plans. And let's be honest, both of them have some of the best ring acts in the sport. With the heat turned all the way up, what's really at stake here? Legacy. No other word sums it up better. Both Crawford and Canelo are already two of the most decorated fighters of this era. But a win for either would be more than just another title or paycheck. It's history. Let's talk about why this fight is different. It's all about the weight classes. Crawford has been dominating at 154 pounds, but now he's stepping up to face Canelo, who's been crushing it at 168 pounds. This isn't just any fight, it's like the bosses from different video game levels going head to head. The big question is, can Crawford handle the extra weight? And how will Canelo's power affect him? Or will Crawford's speed and skill be the difference?
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight.
Okay,
he deserve it. He deserve it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is. The type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
This is what makes this fight special. It's not just about the titles, it's about crossing weight class lines. That's what's got everyone excited. Plus, let's not forget what's at stake for Canelo. A win would solidify his status as one of the greatest fighters of all time. For Crawford, it's his chance to prove that he's the pound-for-pound king and can take down a legend.
That's right, Cam. Run up, Cam. That's right. On the toes, on the toes, on the toes. There you go. On the toes. On the toes, G. Yes, sir. I'm trying to move right too quickly.
Canelo's legacy is already cemented, but this fight could take him to another level. On the other hand, Crawford is aiming to etch his name in history. The stakes couldn't be higher. This press conference was just a taste of what's to come. The fight is set to be one of the biggest events in boxing history, and if today was any indication, we're in for an epic showdown. So, who's your pick? Team Canelo or Team Crawford? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this blockbuster fight. This is going to be one for the history books. Fight fans, I'll catch you in the next video.